Welcome to Cyberpunk 2030 A Better Tomorrow。
want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it.
Right, and killing the music, and we are back live. And sorry if we didn't get to you. Is it you're probably already gone at this point, but Werberin, I think that's how you pronounce your screen name. This person was actually at our panels at Phoenix Fan Fusion, and popped in to say hi, and hope we have a good stream. And also said in the chat that they were very thankful we were able to help their D&D group and help them with D&D.
That's awesome.
So very cool to make your acquaintance again. We hope you're able to stop by at our Game On Expo panels that we're going to have. Specifically for those questions that we had at Fan Fusion, we're going to be doing a panel based on character design and character backstory to help people with coming up with beginning characters, or even maybe exploring existing characters and kind of where to take your next steps from there. So we had a lot of good feedback from that one, and that's kind of what spawned that particular panel, in addition to talking about games, not only about D&D, but also games outside of that too. But the big reason why everybody is here is because it's Cyberpunk time.
Yes.
So our edge runners are getting chompy at the bit. And let's see, who wants to do our recap?
Not it.
No.
Not it.
I mean,
You guys really don't want me to do it.
let me
Sure,
see
give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We found the rocker boy. He had no pants. Did you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Among other things that he didn't have.
So yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, he was wearing a skirt, I think. But we
I
got
look good in the skirt.
we got him home. Got him taken care of, and then we made plans on what we were going to do for the day. I know that myself and Amore headed out to the desert to meet with his foster father to get some information, and we did get information that we did not like. And so now we're racing back home to tell the others because they don't know yet. And then Doc, Rocker, and Sam, I think, went to one of I can't remember which bar it was.
We went to
Y'all went to Steel Spur.
The Steel, that's right, Steel Spur,
Spielsberg. Yep.
and trying to get some information about where our target is. And that's all I remember.
Yeah, it wasn't especially forthcoming. Just that he hadn't been seen there for a long time. And we talked to Chunk. Again, no leads, but fun conversation.
But you did still find out stuff, just no leads on what you were hoping for anyways, at least not in
Right.
town.
I took Bench Press Quinn out on a group date.
Oh, that's right, you did. You took the Harleys out for a date.
Yep, a
Yeah.
date, and you got to draw a line on the wrist.
I did not do said line. And she mentioned about doing a concert
Mm-hmm.
for the Quins and some other people.
Oh yeah, and you're addicted to the orange stuff.
Yay.
Yeah, synth coke.
Synth Coke.
Only the best for our friends.
Which Octavia will kick his butt when she finds out.
Yep, drugs are bad, okay? So, I will leave it up to you how you guys are going to bring this about and reconvene. Everybody is back in town or never left town and finished at the Steel Spur.
Me and Doc pretty much have I guess you would say a basic check-in policy when we rotate out of town. So I'd given them a rough idea of how long I expected to be gone. So once we get in with range, I'll just let them know that we had mixed success in our search for information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll expect to see him in about 30 minutes or so. And where would he like to do a recap?
Might as well do it at the garage, since that's the place we seem to have the most control.
Okay. And so we'll head for there coming back, and we'll meet everyone there. Talk to you then.
All right.
Okay, so then everybody would be reconvening back at Vanover's garage. There is a sign that's hanging out front that says, "Yes, we're open."
It doesn't say yes. I assure you we're open.
No, it just says, "Yes, we're open."
Okay.
I wonder
That
if he'll
comes later.
let Octavia paint our symbol on his building.
Pay him credits, he will.
Do you have a
Since it's
symbol
kinda
now?
like our-
Oh,
Well-
do we have a symbol?
Sure.
You
Sam
got-
created one for us.
A symbol?
Sure. You don't remember?
Uh-oh.
Octavia can make one. She'll just think of one.
You don't remember. That's, well, you don't remember much from that night anyhow, so.
That is true.
And Doc, of course, was a true gentleman.
Absolutely.
I mean, he wasn't under the influence. So
Other than-
Well,
well,
it
that's
depends
a-
on what kind of influence you're
Influence,
talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
fair enough, fair enough.
So we will all congregate there, and I'll wait for everyone to get there. And then I'll take out my laptop and turn on the jammer. So we have about 15 feet of non-electronic observation. And I'll kind of tell everyone to pull up a chair and go. We went out and talked to a good friend. And he's familiar with most of the players. And I found out something interesting from him. When our lovely lady friend from the gang said she had nothing for us, guess what she calls her bullets? Nothing. She has no intention of paying us, regardless of whether or not we do the job.
Well, sounds to me like the job should be off.
Well, if we go off, she's still going to hit us with nothing.
This is, part of the discussion we need to have. I think we kind of need to continue this journey a little bit. I'd like to see how much time we buy before she actually drops the hammer. And my source also indicated we should be prepared for the fact that she will act before the deadline.
Maybe she should be the job.
There are several possibilities. He said no matter what we do, the consequences are going to rise up and slap us no matter what, which side we fall on. But he did tell me, he said, don't expect her to hold to the deadline and expect she'll have plenty of nothing to hand out when that time comes.
So it sounds like we need to watch our back more than usual in case they want to watch it for us.
Exactly.
Well, they'll probably pay more attention to the people that they see are working based on the premise that those are the ones who are going to have the most information. Granted, I don't think any of our life expectancies would be measured in a long amount of time, but we do have things they'd be interested in knowing. And truthfully, in the scheme of things, Sam, it's important you get out no matter what.
I'd like to get out no matter what.
Why me?
Who has the knowledge of the phone numbers and contacts? You do. None of the rest of us have all that information. You have that info.
That's a good point.
True enough.
And so, of all of us, hate to say it priority-wise, we need to kind of try and make sure that Sam does not fall into their hands.
Okay. So what do we do next?
What information do you bring that's new?
Um,
Not a ton.
we just got some background on jobs that they used to do, places they used to hang out, people they used to know. Nothing current.
So our only clue is this location out in the middle of nowhere that we've had no luck going to in prior adventures. Why do I have a horrible feeling of deja vu?
I don't know why y'all had a problem last time. How about y'all? We just don't replicate whatever y'all did last time.
Not engage in firefights with jets? I would love not to do that again.
Yeah.
Why would someone waste a jet chasing down a bunch of locals?
Well, it depends on how you look on waste, considering one of the jets also hit the floor.
Y'all still aren't telling me something, but I'm fine with it.
That's okay. It's one of those jobs that it's best if the history not become well known. There are people who undoubtedly still have grievances.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
want to state for the record that I'm allergic to dying.
I think that's a universal allergy, as far as I know, anyway. Yeah. What do I know? I'm just a medical professional, but
Yeah.
But speaking of which, how are we going to keep ourselves as alive as possible? Then, are we actually going to still pursue Locke? Are we pretending, or are we going to shoot first instead of letting the Harbingers shoot first?
I like that one.
I think it comes down to the fact that if we see the Harbingers before that deadline, the automatic assumption is you shoot.
Got it.
What's our chances of getting the Quins on our side?
Well,
She looks over at the rocker boy as she says this.
nobody else likes the Harbingers, so
It's not a matter of, how do I want to phrase this? Their rep is such that unless there's enough of an incentive, you're going to be working really hard to accomplish that goal. Everyone knows what their rep is. They don't mince any bones. And unless we find a way to make it someone else's fight, it's probably not going to happen. It could be tried. I wouldn't expect anything of it, truthfully. The alternative is they agreed, and then we would owe someone a huge favor.
Well, aren't
So-
you now dating one?
You have to define dating as very interestingly.
I'm sure she doesn't want her plaything to be bruised or broken.
she prefers to do the bruising.
Or tattooing, however you see it.
It might be a little soon for that, but I think we ought to keep in mind that if
Why don't we just go with an old-fashioned ambush?
If we're able to take out the woman,
Darcy.
Then-
Yeah, the 6-gun.
then we're likely to make enemies of all the rest.
Yeah, what do we do about the rest?
And that's
Keep shooting.
something that we're just going to have to think long and hard about.
It's called a target-rich environment. And, if we have enough distance and enough time, we'll just let tank girls sit up on the roof and shoot them as they continue on.
Unless we can somehow turn Darcy against everybody else or everybody else against her.
Well,
I think you'd have better luck turning everyone against her.
the challenge was public, and she used words to turn it into something that isn't what we were led to expect. So if we had a confrontation with Darcy, the place to do it would be back at that club where it was recorded. and where the patrons are familiar with it. Outside of that, I'm open to suggestions at this point, but I'd really like to pursue the objective a little bit longer and see if we can't find a string that'll enable us to unravel it to our benefit.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
definitely. I like that plan.
So, do you want to go to Palm Springs?
Do I want to go? Oh, hell no. I remember that floor vividly.
Are we
However,
going? Mhm.
Yeah, are we going anyways?
Let's put it this way. If we don't go, the hammer will drop very quickly, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Well, maybe if we find him and tell him what she's planning on doing, then he'll help us take her and the others out.
Well, what we're going to do if we find him, and this is the way I'd like for it to play, is we're all going to stand outside while Sam goes inside so we can deny any knowledge of what transpires. Since Sam is the one who's familiar with all of those players, I want her to be the front man on this, and all the rest of us get to play ignorant. I don't want to know at any point after this point if this works or not. I just don't want to know. That way, no matter what happens, none of us, someone says, it shoots us up with whatever, we'll be like, we got no clue. That way,
What are we talking about?
what we're talking about is having Sam make whatever deal works.
B.
There you go.
Mhm.
And we'll let it go that way. She's the one who put her foot down originally and said, I don't want to do this. We had a miscommunication. I told her we'd run with it. I think that's the way it continues to need to be played.
Okay,
Are you fine with that, Sam?
how we getting there?
How's the car looking?
Oh, no.
Oh God.
I would be real surprised if we would even make it across the desert. You guys wouldn't need a jet to bring it down.
Oh, come on. It made it last time, except for the jet. And, we could get a new one.
Something bothers me about the deal as it was put down. Darcy wanted a location where presumably she could come and take him down.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not in Phoenix, then she has no way to reach him in time. And we have no way to reach her. I mean, even if this was on the up and up.
Quite true.
So if she knew that he wasn't going to be in town, does that mean that she's going to follow us out there?
Uh-huh. Almost certainly.
Oh, to Palm Springs?
Well,
Didn't
if
think
we're in
about
the
that.
Badlands and something terrible happens to her while she's tailing us, that would just be awful for the Harbingers.
It is pretty rough out there in the desert.
Not a lot of law out there.
All kinds of creatures.
It sounds like we're getting back around to the ambush idea.
That's
idea
if
what
they
you're
come
talking
after us.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking we should pack for a picnic on the way there.
I was just thinking maybe we should take a little rest break.
Take the scenic route,
Right.
see the sights, including them if they're right behind us. Yeah, that could work. Everyone's maintaining their irons, right? Make sure those are working. And wearing armor.
He will actually check his right now just to make sure, because I don't think he's checked it since he woke
He
up.
hasn't. Which is why some nameless person stepped in before someone else said something.
Like, is Stolas's firearm still locked and loaded?
Yeah.
There's nothing over the end of it that we need to worry about. You know,
What's
it
that?
might have got some. It might have some protection on it that needs removing.
Depending on how crazy the Quin's got.
No. Yeah, nothing like that. Even still,
Wait,
that
what's that again?
wouldn't
You don't
prevent
wanna
it from
know.
firing.
Everyone got it but him. Good.
That sounds like something Stolas doesn't use on principle.
I don't want to go there.
All right. Well, when do we leave for our scenic tour?
And are we taking more than one vehicle, or just?
Well, what other vehicle?
Her point's valid. We can take what we've got.
Are we
and then
going to take the
and we'll take
Airbus?
we'll take the Airbus, and then we'll take another car. It's a valid point. And what was that?
That was Brittany's passersby.
I barely even heard that.
So
Road.
Let's just make sure I have all my tools then.
in the other car, not in the. Yep. Okay.
Not-
So what do we have
Not
in the
in
way
the
of?
bus? I mean, where
What?
are you going to
I'll put my tools in the bus. We'll put your tools in the other car. I have a set of tools.
How high does the Airbus get?
Well, we had it up.
I'd like to
Oh
keep.
wait, that was the
relatively
original
low.
one. We've never had it. It's not supposed to go very high. I think it's set at like about 400 feet, Jerome, something like that.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep it close to the ground, just for cover reasons.
Yeah.
Use
I
it-
mean,
use the terrain.
It's a civilian car, so it's not going to be able to go that high for reasons, I would think.
Jerome,
Not
how
that we
much,
would want to.
Couldn't we
how much
just like
traffic
drill?
was there? How much traffic was there on the road last time we went out there?
Virtually none.
Dang it. Okay.
It doesn't say offhand. Let me look up the. I don't even know if the AV4 typically has a ceiling listed. I'd expect
Could
that they
we
would.
just drill a hole in
Yeah,
the
I was
back
gonna
of
say.
the back panel and just like have Ghost shoot out the back of it?
Then who's driving? I mean, I guess I could do both, technically, because I will be wired into it.
Fun.
Yeah, don't do both, please. Flying one direction, shooting the opposite direction, that can't be easy.
Do we have
For this
anyone
one
else who
time,
can drive
right.
the Airbus?
I was in a
Bang
tank.
out.
Well, I can drive it. I can go with her, and if she has to switch over to firing,
If we can set my sniper rifle up as a turret with a remote control that's hooked to the car, then I can just control all of it through my smart link.
ooh,
Okay.
Because
Now,
my gun
Jerome,
is smart linked and my car is smart linked. So, I mean,
driving is just for cars. What do you use for AV4?
we use.
It's gyro or something like that. Vector thrust. I
Vector
believe.
thrust.
Yep.
Okay, I see
Which
it.
I have.
Okay,
Okay, here we
because
go.
I had driving, but I don't have vector thrust. Okay.
I need my character sheet.
So it
I'm just saying
it actually does not say, oddly enough, what how high it could actually go up. So it doesn't
Well, it's
actually
not-
have a ceiling.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not airtight, is it? Wasn't under the impression those were airtight
No,
vehicles.
yeah, not vector thrust. No, it definitely not airtight.
So, best would be 1,000 feet up, if I had to guess. I wouldn't go much higher on something that wasn't,
No,
So we're gonna say it matches a helicopter because that's essentially what it is.
Okay, sounds good.
Which is I'm similar anyway. So its max it can get to is 25,000 feet.
Not that I want to be there. That would make a really, really bad landing.
Right. But in
Welcome,
essence,
I'm going out.
but in essence, the principle is very similar, with the exception of the fact that it's obviously not. It doesn't have the rotor blades on top.
Okay.
But neither vehicle is specifically designed to go way the hell up in the air, like planes are.
All right. So, Ghost, when you talk about a turret, elaborate.
It's not going to be built in. It would have to. I'd have to somehow modify the weapon to not be smart linked to actually touching it. It'd have to be somehow hooked up to the vehicle.
Octavia, how hard is that to rig up? And can you do that?
I think so. If I got the equipment to do it, I'm sure I can rig up something.
Okay. Since we're talking about combat with this, it has to be a little bit better than rigged up. Okay? Because I don't want to worry about it like falling off from vibration.
I'm not gonna put it with baling twine and duct tape if that's what you're worried about.
No, I just.
Can anyone else just pull a trigger?
I mean, if someone else can use a sniper rifle, go ahead and use it, but
not with the same degree of accuracy, and probably better. Is your vehicle able to go to autopilot?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
Okay, that was the other option, was for a short amount of time, put it on autopilot so you're at least flying flat, straight, and fire from that mode.
I mean, technically, someone could just take the wheel, and
that would be me.
And then I can just get up and start shooting. I mean, really, all I have to do is just unplug and, I don't know, finagle my way to the back.
So we've got an option where we don't have to do a lot of messing around. Sounds good. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying we don't have to make this complicated.
Right?
No.
But I do like that idea, so we'll put that on the to-do list.
Turret for our civilian vehicle? Yes.
I'm beginning to wonder, are there still old plane museums, Jerome?
There are. Mm-hmm.
What?
They have some interesting quote unquote obsolete tech in those things.
You're wanting to.
Are you thinking Warthog?
That's not obsolete tech. Despite what the politicians say, that's not obsolete tech.
I mean, Airbus Go Burr sounds awesome to me. That's all I'm saying.
I would agree, but I'm pretty sure that the mock-ups they have at the museum do not have intact 30mm cannons in them. Just saying.
So you're wanting to kite some low tech from the museum?
Well, in the future, it's something it's a sourcing issue. That's why I'm looking to get hold of someone like from the Army who was in acquisitions, worked in warehouses, on the dock, is familiar with how to acquire the items that fall off the truck.
And we strategically transport equipment to alternate locations.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Plan. Airbus goes Burr.
In any case, now that we've digressed a little bit, okay, so all the softies have to be in the civilian vehicle, I'm thinking.
Well, I can't. If I'm going to...
Yeah. I'm thinking Sam, Doc, and Rocker Boy. And that'll leave me and Ghost and Octavia in the hard vehicle. And that way there's a backup for if someone goes down at any position. And that allows everyone who's, including Doc, to not necessarily be a target for as long as possible.
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Jerome, at one point when I had DQ around, We put in a supply order. Did any of that ever come through?
Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I need to hijack a trauma team transport. Guns on that thing.
Oh, that would be pretty sweet. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't really
that's
get better than that.
yeah, that's your Airbus Go Burr.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is. Autopilot, ejectable seats, shoot from the sides. Oh,
They got all the toys.
Yep.
They get paid for having all the toys too.
Okay, and so remind me who exactly it was that you put in this order with.
We put an order in. I was picking up another. Let me go to my list here. I was picking up another AKR because I kept handing mine out. And DQ wanted some grenades and some dynamite. And what was the other thing he wanted? Grenades, dynamite. There was something else DQ wanted.
C4.
C4. I don't remember who that went to. I know we handed the order out and were told that none of it was available at the time, but that they expected some to come in the not too distant future. They just didn't know what was going to be available.
That was through your fixer contact, I think,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. You made a roll for that.
Yes, you are correct. That would have been not the other one. Now I need to look. Hang on a second. Contacts. Danny. That was Danny. Danny Kittinger.
Okay. So remind me again what you're wanting. You,
We wanted a mix of grenades, some smoke and some frag grenades.
Okay.
And I wanted another, because mine kept getting loaned out, I wanted another AKR.
Okay.
And we were trying to see, DQ was going to make some landmines for us. So we were looking for some C4 at that time.
Gotcha.
No, he just wanted some C4.
Shh.
He had no intents and purposes of making a landmine. He just wanted more C4.
He just wanted chewing bubblegum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted for landmines, though.
Yeah. So you're able to get the grenades. You get 3 apiece, and you're able to get the rifle.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So we'll go pick up the hardware. Out of game question. Grenades is just the throw stat, correct? That's just throw?
Yeah. I believe so. Let me get a character sheet pulled up real quick.
Yeah.
Wink. We don't have throw.
What are we using then?
Let's see.
I know it's in Friday Night Fights. Somewhere.
I'm not going to worry about that just yet. If you have it, you have it. You don't, you don't. I mean,
Yeah.
go up and look at. I want to say it may be athletics, but let me check.
I say,
Okay,
wouldn't
no
it be
problem.
demolitions or no?
Well, demolitions
would-
would be setting explosives like the C4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Would expert weapons work for, throwing grenades?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like I said, let me check it real quick.
No problem. Who wants around? Okay. So while we're talking about that,
It's ranged. It's treated as a ranged attack. Reflex weapon skill plus 1d10. Page 105.
thank you.
Oh, and that's 105 on the book. So on the PDF, 108. and then there's a chart a little bit earlier in the chapter about if you hit
Yeah,
it.
so
and
you'll
where at.
you'll actually need a throwing skill then, and that's not on the sheet. You'll have to. So unless you thought ahead to buy it, it's probably you probably need to get it later.
Okay. So what would be our default? Just using reflex at this point, I'm assuming?
Well, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I'm good with that. Alrighty. So I'm weaponed up. I have some grenades. Who is going to be comfortable? If you're not comfortable with the frags, we have smoke grenades that I can hand out.
There's a thing here about grenades. Grenades may be thrown up to 10 times the character's body type in meters, or launched to a range of 225. It's on page 110 at the top.
Okay. So, smoke or frag? Who's interested?
Smoke might be good, but not for me. Actually, 10 times the character's body type.
I'm going to have one of each. That'll leave 2 to hand out of each type. Wow. No one wants grenades?
Oh,
No,
I
I'll
did
take it.
realize I was muted. Well, no, we should just have 2 for each vehicle.
Oh, come on. I don't want to be the only grenadier they're shooting at.
I can throw 80 meters, apparently. So,
Well, if the other car has one of each and we have one of each, that kind of evens it out.
Okay, but who has them is the who am I giving a frag and a smoke grenade?
Tell you what, I'll take a smoke.
Okay. There goes one. Who's getting the other one?
I guess I'll take the frag. I can't throw it very far, but I can drop it on the ground and let them run into it.
What stat do we use for that?
If you're throwing it, you're going to be using your reflex and throwing if you have it, which most people don't.
None of us
so it's just
do
gonna be
because we
reflex.
didn't realize it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
No problem.
But your body type determines how far it's going.
Where is throwing?
It's
It's
not
in,
even on the sheet.
It's buried in errata. Yeah. We just now discovered it. That's everyone looked at it and went, "Oh, we don't have it." So we're going to use reflex, and that's just the way it is.
And a buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I have a smoke and a grenade that are gone and a frag. Okay, I take 2.
I'll take a smoke.
You get the other smoke.
I don't smoke.
Guess what, Ghost? You get the other grenade, the other frag.
I'll take it.
Please don't pull the pin while it's in the car.
You can pull the pin, you just can't let go of the thing.
There we go. I don't. No Alamo is what I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, no. I'll drop it out the window at least.
Thank you.
I've already lost one car. I don't need to lose another one.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm
Anyone
learning
else?
more about this previous mission of y'all's, and it's making me a little nervous.
As it should.
Well, I tell you what.
See,
why
now
don't
you understand what I've been saying.
You should have a drink. You'll feel better. And we're gonna
I
have plenty to drink when we're on the, we're going down on picnic, so you'll be fine.
There you go.
He doesn't know how it happened, but he has this nice bag of orange chemical. He takes an itty bitty little spoon, like a very, very small one, and takes a bump.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okie doke. Uno momento.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does Octavia notice?
He does
think
it in front of everybody.
Yeah, like all of us notice. Just does it right
Yeah,
there.
he just does he just does the little Mandarin thing. Just
I'm just like,
What?
what?
Did you just do?
I'm not driving.
okay, so
He takes the
Stolas,
bag and he puts it back into his pockets.
Stolas, for the next couple of minutes, you feel a little stronger.
Alrighty. So having our basic outline done, Jerome, we are going to stop at the neighborhood grocery store and pick up some stuff reminiscent of a picnic, whatever that might be in this environment.
Oh, okay. Keep in mind, picnics really aren't a thing in this era much anymore.
I understand. You know, I'm kind of ad-libbing it. I'm always like,
Yeah. No, it's fine. But getting supplies like food and whatnot, really, you're just going to be getting kibble.
Yeah.
Various types of kibble and quick basically quick foods that are hard protein and not much in the way of flavor.
Do we still have our PBR, or did you guys drink it all?
Eat every day. I mean, if
Stolas
you
drank his.
if you didn't drink yours, you still have it.
I still have 2.
He's going to reconstitute
Yeah.
his 6-pack.
I didn't drink mine, so
Then sell it to Locke.
I will
for his
donate
guns.
mine for the drinks when we get to the picnic area.
Before we actually leave town, I'm gonna message Alicia and just tell her that we're headed to Palm Springs and we're hoping we can catch a bite on the way. So if she doesn't hear from me, she'll know where to look.
Yeah. Okay. She sends a quick text message back, letting you know, she's like, "Honey, there's nothing out that way to get a bite from."
Yep.
Oh! What was the name of that animal that guy was selling?
Javelinas.
Javelinas.
Okay.
We're going javelina hunting? Cool.
So you're taking 2 vehicles in, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Whose vehicle is on the ground?
I'm not driving.
We can go with Skull's vehicle. Whoever wants to pile in Skull's sedan.
Okay. So
Okay.
Skulls is taking a sedan out that way. And before you guys go, just to let you know, the family flyer, aka the school bus, it has a max range of 400 miles.
So tell me how far this journey is, Jerome.
Oh, you can get there. I am from Phoenix to Anaheim. It's like 300 something.
Okay. So, but then we're going to have to find refueling arrangements, I'm sure.
No,
No,
you'll be okay. Just want to let you guys know to keep that in mind.
Okay, so we shouldn't go wandering off, is what you're saying.
Yeah, don't go.
Worst.
Don't go breaking your heart.
Yeah, don't go breaking your heart. Yeah, don't go flying around and sightseeing. Try not to go too far off the beaten path, so on and so forth.
Oh, so now we know what's going to happen. Okay, got it.
Can we bring fuel with us?
If you'd like to purchase some more Chew-2, you absolutely can.
Is that worth security?
Basically,
Is that worth the
basically
security?
filling up your backup can.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Sam, you want the front seat or the back seat?
Actually, now that I think about that, we should also we should get one for each vehicle.
I mean, if nothing else,
It does blow up, right, Jerome?
Well, yeah, it's flammable.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
so, I mean, in a pinch, it's combustible.
It's more than combustible. That's what I was checking on.
And of course, the one person who would be loving this is not here. I mean, his torso is in in our hearts, but
Well, just for you, on the can that's in the bus, I'm going to write DQ's initials on it.
Okay. If you're going to fill up, on Chew 2, we'll say it's going to be, or for both backup cans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got something in my throat. It's going to be 100 credits.
Okay.
That's for both.
Yep. Got it. Okay.
So it's a quick stop off at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Fill up the cans.
Mm-hmm.
Who is in the bus?
The bus is Octavia, me, and Ghost.
Okay. That's right. I need to change Ghost name. Hold on one second.
And the softies are on the ground.
Yep.
Are we going to how far or distance are we going to keep between the two vehicles?
Okay. I'll wait for him to finish what he's doing for a second. Then I have a
Thank
question
you.
for Jerome.
Because we probably want to make it not look like we're together.
Jerome,
Yes.
Hairbringer territory, is it along our route or off to a side or behind us?
Hairbringer?
Yeah. Again.
Harbinger?
Yeah. Hairbringer,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Sounds like a metal band.
There you go.
However, if you want to look at the map, it will tell you where the Harbinger's territory is at. The 10 freeway runs directly through Phoenix, Arizona, going east to west, and that's what you're going to need to take to get out to Palm Springs.
Oh, there's the map. Okay. Okay. I've got the 10. All right. I see nomads, night calls, and so we're going out to 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're way up there. We're going to pass through night. We need to get through the dirty nomads and night calls before we stop people. So out to Canyon Trails.
I love the fact that he told me here he says dirty nomads, and he's a nomad.
It's what you got on the map. It says
It
dirty
is
nomads.
exactly what I have on
Yeah.
the map. Yes.
I'm just, okay.
If we want to make sure that one vehicle is seen, maybe that's where we should make a fill up with that one vehicle and then use the other one to maybe skirt around.
There's neither one of those groups is going to be any information to our enemy. They are at odds with them.
Yeah, will it matter if they know both cars are traveling near? I mean, they know it's us, and that's kind of the point. We figure they might be coming after us and tailing us, so
Yeah.
we might want to stay near each other so that we can help each other if we need to.
Yep.
My thought was if they think that we're only in one vehicle.
We haven't taken any. We haven't bothered with any pretense about what we're doing so far. There's no point to it, especially since we're the innocents and we're unaware of what's transpiring.
Yeah.
If you say that's not going to be an issue, then
Yeah. And truthfully, with the area we're going to, Doc, if this works out right, or even if it doesn't, he can bail into nomad territory and get you through it without a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yep. We'll head out that way, Jerome.
Alrighty.
What's it like when we get near the 303 intersection?
Well, that's all. This is all combat zone blasted territory and whatnot out here. So it's just sticking to the freeway. When you get anywhere, well, I mean anywhere outside of main downtown Phoenix, going down along the 10, I would say anywhere past Maryville, which is Glendale area, it's the freeway itself it's just not maintained.
Mm-hmm.
So it's progressively getting much more rough, cracks in the road and whatnot. So the driving, I mean, you can still drive on it in a sedan, but it's becoming increasingly bumpier.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Most of the buildings out here, there still are some signs of life as you're starting to leave the area when you get out around the 303, because you're getting out past the Knight's Call territory, as well as the Molinar clan of the Nomads, which are just south of that area. Those are the Dirty Nomads on the
Of course,
on the
it
map.
wouldn't work any other way. You know that.
Does Doc have a 4-door or a 2-door?
We will say it is a 4-door,
Okay.
since it is a generic, nice-looking sedan.
Alrighty.
I was just asking because if not, who's in the front seat matters, and who's in the back seat matters.
Right.
What is your thought?
Well, no, if it's just 2 doors, that means whoever's like leaning out the window to start shooting at the other car would have to be a better marksman. But if it's 4-door, it doesn't matter. We
That's
both
fair.
can lean out and just start opening fire, screaming loudly at the top of our lungs, telling them to. Sorry, getting
No,
caught up in
that's
the-
fine. But
what?
as you're driving, Stolas is in the sedan, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stolas, as you guys are driving along, you could swear at some point, like you thought you saw somebody on a motorcycle driving kind of parallel to the freeway.
Can I look to see who it is? Did they mention it?
You
No.
are Ghost.
Yes.
I know. Oh, Stolas does.
is the one that sees this. Yes.
Damn it, Stolas.
And none of the rest of us notice.
I haven't mentioned anything as of yet.
Fair enough.
He takes another bump and he keeps watching the biker.
So, when you say bump, you're
Yep.
okay.
He's not doing like a full line.
No, because you don't have to do a full line with synth code. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Little dabble do ya?
Jeez.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yeah, and in fact, we've got a sound for that. Let me play that here real quick. Give you a Ric Flair woo. Woo! There we go. Woo! So as you guys are driving along, who's in the car again? That's Sam, Skulls, and Stolas?
Yep.
Okay. Sam and Skull. Actually, who's driving? Skulls?
Oh, and me. Yeah, it's my car.
Okay, your car. Okay, so Sam, give me an intelligence and awareness notice check.
I don't know how this bag got here.
20.
Just saying.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so you guys are in a comfortable lull at this point, getting towards the edges of town. Like you said, getting closer to the 303. And there's a whole lot of nothing out this way. I mean, it's just kind of blasted desert landscape with the remains of, some buildings on either side, broken landscape and weeds and some dead small desert trees and that sort of thing. And every so often you see, Stolas kind of like looking off to the right, like he spots something, and then you see him, take another hit. He gets kind of that wild-eyed look in his eyes for a second, and then just like, whoa.
But he's looking out the window.
Yeah.
Like at something.
So, something has his attention.
I'm going to look out the window and see if I see what he's looking at.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you look out there and you're not seeing anything per se. Doesn't seem to be anything outstanding.
I'm gonna say I'm in the back seat, so I'm gonna like poke my head between the seats and like look at him and be like, "What are you looking at?"
That bike that's been following us for the last half mile. Always there. Same speed for the last half mile. Easily, if not longer.
Really? It's
What's it look like?
He'll describe the bike to them.
Okay. The bike is your typical dirt bike, which you would expect out in the desert. So, I mean, that would make sense. It's tan on white. It's a white guy with short brown hair, with a tan shirt, who has a tan holster and a dark colored pistol.
He's armed too, see?
And I definitely don't see this.
No, yeah. If something was matching your speed, if you looked out there, even if it was like passing in between something, you'd eventually spot it. Like you gave it a good like couple seconds of looking, it's like, you know.
You catching this, Sam?
Hermano, I think you're seeing ghosts.
No, Ghost is in the Airbus.
You gotta cut the orange stuff, man. You gotta put that away. It's making you see things. That's a typical. You're getting paranoid delusions, and you're starting to hallucinate. You need to cut back.
Skulls, why don't you give me an intelligence and medtech check.
Okay.
Did anybody remember to bring his medicine?
No, that was conveniently left in the cabinet.
The dose that you have is the dose that Doc kept? No.
Oh no! I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes.
First fumble.
Yeah.
Fumbalaya, Fumbaliski.
Umbelina.
Fumbelina.
So, as you're sitting there thinking, you know, about what he's been doing, and you are, so for a moment you're thinking about it, and you're like, wait a minute, now he didn't do coke. I'm pretty certain that was Tang, and Tang is gonna like make you a little wired, but that's not gonna make you paranoid.
So then Skulls goes.
Then your thoughts like, okay, well at least it's vitamin C.
Yeah. Then Skulls goes. Unless, well, I don't know. Maybe you get this. Sam, just make sure you can see whatever he's seeing. Yeah, I gotta test your stuff later to see what's actually in there. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
All right, you just keep your eye on him. Tell me if he does anything suspicious.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, that'll be the whole trip.
So as you guys drive out, fly out, you know, clear the 303 at this point. Once you get past the 303, Stolas, you don't see him. Like he somehow like dipped behind a couple trees, and then even though he's matching speed, he's just not there.
Oh no, he slowed down. He's just following us from a further distance behind, and I just can't see him because I'm in the front seat, and I'm not sticking my head out the window, because if I stick my head out the window, he's going to shoot it off.
All right. Do you want to sit in the back?
No, he
really want
doesn't
him
say
back
that
there?
out loud. That's his thought process.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's his manic thought process right now.
Okay.
The bike is still there. He's still trailing us. Just because I can't see him doesn't mean he's not there. That's where he's coming from.
Okay. I mean, Sure.
It's a good thing Amori's in the other car.
Good thing for him, Octavia's in the other car.
So you guys are flying and driving along. Skulls, why don't you give me a drive check?
Don't ruin it like you ruined my other car.
Oh no.
Oh, snap.
How's that cyberware, that life-saving cyberware doing for you? How's that working? That good? Yeah, just
A
wondering.
lot better than my car. That's
Bing.
Touche.
Wow, Dale.
Is this a good time to say that I love you?
I just call.
Hola.
You say
¿Cómo está?
I love you.
All
All
right,
right,
wasn't that good? Only oh wait, is that right? 13.
Oh, I got that confused with the other roll that you had. Good lord. Okay. Well, still.
Yeah.
So you have to decelerate a little bit, based on the weathering of the road. Because what ends up triggering it is you end up driving kind of hard. And now that I think about it, I need another sound in there. I need to get.
Need a zing.
No, not a zing. I'm wanting Baymax's "Oh No" because I just love it.
Oh.
Oh no. But yeah, so you have to decelerate a little bit because you end up hitting a pothole at kind of a high speed, which like wakes everybody up real fast from the lull that you were in. And Stolas, roll your perception alertness. Roll your intelligence and awareness notice.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. 12 on dice. Intelligence is for 20.
20. Okay.
Sorry, 21. I apologize.
Okay. Did you roll in the chat?
Sorry. I did not. Let me roll in here instead.
Oh, that's right. We're doing chat. Rolling
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Put these away.
Yes.
It's just /R. That's right.
Ooh.
In that case, 18.
Okay. All right. So, as you're looking around, right after that hit, the first thought that you had is that that was an RPG or some sort of propelled explosive device because of the way that hit and the loudness. It shook you up, and you start looking around. You don't see the bike, and you don't see the explosion, and you don't see that they're tripping out at all. Just like Skulls, kind of like did like one of those woo sort of like, and then got things back under control. So that's the first moment you realize, okay, I'm tripping. Like something's not right.
Skull's like, sorry about that. Yeah, we're running into rough roads at this point. We're definitely in no man's land, more or less.
Yeah, the city doesn't keep up these roads.
And then he's gonna use comms and go, hey, family flyer, just letting you know, might have to slow down a bit. The roads are pretty nasty down here where we're at.
Okay. We're about 30 minutes from our scheduled lunch break anyhow, so. And Jerome, from this point forward, I'll be looking for a building or two that the walls are basically intact and, something that looks like where you could pull over and have a little bit of shelter and, rest for a second.
Sure. Okay.
Someplace underground.
Jerome, and I'm going to be looking out the windows, kind of watching our back end to see if I see other dust.
Sure. We'll get to that in a second. So how fast, so let's see here. How fast is Skulls going? Because that's going to kind of dictate how fast your family flyer is going to have to go.
Let's see. Well, I'll assume he was probably going like he was starting off going 80 because it's not like anything was slowing him down. But if he's hitting potholes, he's probably slowing down to like. Can I tell how gnarly the road is?
Oh, yeah.
It's just super like
Yeah,
there's
it's
potholes
still
everywhere.
daytime, so you can see the road ahead of you.
Okay.
You know how gnarly it is out here.
Okay. Then if it's just pothole central everywhere, he'll probably slow it down to like 50 so that he's still on the high end of speed but has enough time to like move around things. Are there
Okay.
a lot of other cars in the road or are we
Nope.
pretty much alone? Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got room to move, so he'll just be his eyes are glued to the road now but maintaining 50.
Okay. All right.
He starts slapping Skull's shoulder.
Yeah, what? What's going on?
Where's your Narcan? Where's it at?
There we go. Here you go. Listen to your doctor as he passes over the thing to.
Okay.
Yeah, he uses the Narcan.
Okay. 1 second. I'm wanting to see if they have the top speed listed for this. Otherwise, I know where I can find something applicable.
Remember, you were mentioning that we each just kind of had a car, but I don't remember if like I ever got.
Yeah, they were all
stats from you, like-
generics. We just went with generic because
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the family
Okay.
flyer.
Oh, okay.
Where are my vehicles?
I know what kind of car I have.
Oh, well, la di da.
It's so impressive. It's like super basic.
Yeah.
You got a Prius?
Something like that.
You're,
No, Prius
driving a
is-
Cyberpunk Prius?
oh my.
You're like, it's so punk.
Where did I write it down?
Where did these go? I guess down here further. Let's see. Yep. I should give you guys a sky barge.
That would suck.
No,
Yeah,
it
I would.
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Then I'd have to go out and buy things we could put at all four corners so we could put turrets on it.
Oh, jeez.
The family flyer. Here we go.
Makes me think of that vehicle in Star Wars where they went out into the desert.
So your top speed in the family flyer is 100 miles per hour. Oh, no, sorry. It's 150. I was looking at the wrong one.
Ooh.
Classy.
Yeah, I was going to say we were going pretty fast last time we pancaked with it.
Well, you didn't pancake with this one. That was an AV4.
Yep. So
This,
What did we end up doing with the pilot?
paying him. He's sitting there waiting for us to pay him back.
So he's
He's
still
in one of my rooms. Yep.
Oh,
That's
he's-
why I had to do expenses.
place.
yeah, he's
Okay.
still around.
Yep.
He's just waiting to get enough cash to Eddie's so he can get a replacement vehicle at this point.
Yep. No. That's why I had to do an expense sheet. I'm like, this is starting to add up. My monthly expenses are starting to increase.
So, that being said, you get out to Quartzite,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a couple areas you can stop there. It is a little active here, but not by much. There are a couple vehicles here. There is one place that you can actually refuel. It basically the way a good way to look at this, if you haven't played the game, there's one hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably like 30 rooms at best.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bar/restaurant attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
as well as a gas station, and then that's it out here.
Okay.
There are a couple cars parked out, which means out around this area you're probably dealing with nothing but nomads. or people that don't want to be found.
Yep. Good place to stop.
So
Well,
do I
from my
see
point of
any? Do I see any dust clouds?
Why don't you go ahead and roll again?
Intelligence and awareness.
Yes.
Gonna reach for my dice.
Yeah, break that habit.
I rolled a 1.
what is it?
Man,
Right on.
Catching.
good thing we're not doing this during combat. There's
Oh
silver
my
linings.
God, no doubt.
Get him out of the way now, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Close that down. So as you look out the back, you guys are there. You're descending. Yet the car is coming to a stop. It's hotter than Hades out here. And in fact, if Jesus was walking this desert, he'd be going inside, for a drink, sort of thing. Just like, nope, I'm done. Waving it off. I'll go back out in a little bit. And all around you, because Quartzsite used to be a little bit more of an active truck stop and throughway for cars and campers that were coming through this area back in the day. There's nothing but like cement and asphalt and the remains of some buildings out here. And you just see the waves of heat rolling off the ground out here when you get anywhere near it. It's disgusting. Especially coming from your air-conditioned vehicles. And as you look out back, Octavia, you end up seeing what you think is a trail of dirt.
Amore,
Yes.
there's somebody back there. You can see the trail.
I'll turn around and take a look.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Alrighty. Oops. Need to put the D10 in, Steve. Goodness gracious.
It's taking a long time to think.
No kidding.
It's trying to roll a 1.
I broke it.
Yeah, it does that sometimes, and I don't know why.
It keeps re-rolling so that it can get a 1.
If you guys don't be quiet. Because I got to tell you, if it comes up with a 1, I'll be really unhappy.
The dice roller is trying to become sentient right before our eyes right now. It's gaining that knowledge. Man, it's just still going.
Go ahead and do it for me, Jerome. I'll
I'll
take what
just-
you roll.
I can't from here. You'll have to
Oh.
you'll have to do it from maybe try it in another room or another channel, I should say.
Okay. Is there a way to kill that? There it goes.
No, that's me. I'm
Okay.
seeing if I could kill it.
Yeah, it's just still going. It's fine.
Going to the.
There. Okay,
There
got a
we
total
are.
of 18.
18. So you take a step back and look and give it a good. I mean, you're of actual nomad stock. You've kind of encountered this sort of thing. She's looking at a dust devil.
I look over and go like,
Maybe it fooled her because they were descending. I mean, who knows?
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a friend of mine. We're fine.
How can you tell from here?
Because I can see his nomad patch.
You're messing with me.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on in. I'll buy you a drink and I'll tell you the joke.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys walk inside. It's I mean, it's pretty slow. Obviously, this place doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. There's two people camped out in here, nursing a drink. There's a jukebox currently playing some Johnny Cash, and it's the old style looking jukebox. It's retro design. It doesn't actually have CDs or records in it. It's probably chipped someplace, but the design is, specifically make it look like it's a 50s diner.
Okay. Before we start to get settled, I kind of turn around and go, everyone has their pieces, right? No one left anything out in the vehicle?
Well, I left some out in the vehicle. I didn't think you wanted me to bring everything in.
Well, I want to make sure no one forgot their weapon. This is my point.
Is there a window, like, so I can see out towards the road?
Yeah.
Like which way are the windows? I don't know which way they're oriented.
In the
Okay.
establishment.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's the way the place is set up. It's designed to look, out on the road scape in front of you. So
Okay. And I'm going
if you
to
park in front of it,
by-
you'll still have eyes on your vehicles.
Okay.
Amore.
Mhm.
Maybe we should ask if there's been a group through here recently, like real recently. Make sure that they're not ambushing us somewhere else.
He just kind of looks at her and goes, Octavia, do you know how many groups pass through here? This is one of the few places along this road to stop. Almost anyone's going to pass through here. And if it actually has fuel, which I'm willing to bet it probably does, then it even makes it more attractive. So the answer to your question is almost certainly going to be yes. And truthfully, I don't really want to mention anyone who we have looking for us at this point. It would make us unwelcome in some locations.
Yeah, people out here tend to want their privacy. And it gives
So-
them freedom.
So I'll see if I can't find a way to work it into some conversation, but yeah, no outright asking, please. And we go up and
So there's
Orders-
a guy behind the counter. He's just kind of doing his thing. But as you guys came walking in, he stopped and is just watching.
and Ghost,
Octavia will smile and wave.
Ghost, you got a site picked for your view?
Yep. I'm keeping an eye down the road.
Okay. Find
Jerome,
the table and we'll gather around it and I'll go see it. Hey Sam, why don't you and Octavia come with me and we'll see what they got in the way of a menu.
Okay.
Jerome, do they have a bathroom?
They do.
That might be a good cover.
Yeah, this is although it's clearly beat up and repurposed, to here and to hell and back, but it is a, yet small full service station with a little diner area that you can eat at. And in fact, they have, because it used to be part of a truck stop, they have a couple working showers, but it's clearly marked that it's a high premium if you're going to be using water.
Wait, they use water out in the wilds?
If you could pay for it, yeah. So go take a look at the menu and order some drinks and food for people.
Okay, so he's the guy at the counter. He has two cyber arms. He's got kind of like a cyber jaw, so it looks like he's had a lot of work at one point in time. Has tattoos, art on his cyber arms. Is wearing kind of like he's wearing a beat up looking gray shirt that's kind of on the dirty side, with denim jeans. Got kind of a ball cap on it, on his head. You guys approach and he looks over. He looks at all of you and he says, "What can I do for you?"
Some food, some drinks.
So he slides a menu.
Okay.
The menu has breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Does it all look the same?
No, that's just all it says. It's just breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So, what's the special for today?
If you're looking for a special, you need to go to Phoenix, honey.
Well, lunch is sounding good.
Yep.
This place ain't special.
Look around you, little girl. The only thing that makes it special, it's the only place out here.
Just order something or don't. Lunch, please. Do you have whiskey?
Yeah, we got some whiskey.
I don't
Set
think
me up
you
with some of
need
that,
any.
too.
I don't think you need any.
I think I do need some.
I don't think you need any.
Just give
There's
me.
alternatives to this.
Yeah, it's my foot between your butt cheeks.
Like, that's going to stop me from doing what I want to do.
Right. Well, while you lovers are quarreling, does somebody mind finishing up this particular order?
Sure.
As he starts up the grill.
He'll have water.
Like hell.
Anyhow, Amori just kind of ignores it, puts his order in, takes an order for Ghost and Doc, and puts them all in. He says,
So
"Just
we
put them
all
in one
doing
thing."
lunches?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so everybody doing a lunch. Did you settle on the drinks?
Water.
Whiskey.
Water.
Yeah,
Water.
just do water.
Whiskey.
Okay.
If possible.
It's actually more expensive for the water than it is whiskey.
For the alcohol, yep.
Oh yeah. Just as an FYI.
Yeah.
So he ends up pouring a pitcher of water for everybody. The pitcher of water actually comes to 50 eddies. The drink for the whiskey is like 10 eddies.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Do you really think you should be mixing stuff?
He's good.
He took his Narcan. He should be coming down from it. It still takes a bit, but yeah, just don't.
No more of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, Mommy.
And you guys can hear the sizzling of the grill as he's starting to lay out Scott burgers out for the lunch.
That stuff cooks your brain.
Sam's gonna go
Who's being out in the heat too long?
and if there's some kind of like a view of the back of the place, she's gonna take a gander.
So you're going to go walk around the building then?
No, like the back, like the employee area. If it's like,
Okay.
like sometimes the bathroom is like next to the employee area.
Oh no, yeah, these aren't next to the employee area.
Okay.
Because again, this is like a truck stop, so that was actually sectioned off.
Yep.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay.
So where we're sitting, we can see both ways.
Yeah.
On the highway?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably couldn't have if this place was busier, like, years before the crash and whatnot, with vehicles coming through. But with nobody being here, there's very little obscuring your view for either side.
Well, you folks in the flyer see anything from way up high as you're flying around?
One of Amori's buddies.
I didn't
Really?
see anything.
Yep. I saw one of the Devil Boys. Yep.
That was a dust devil?
Did I say that?
Oh, man.
What does that mean?
They're like teeny tiny tornadoes. They kick up just tons of dirt wherever you have a lot of heat and dust. They just pop up.
I was watching our tail end and I saw what looked like a dust cloud.
It was just a nomad. It's fine.
Wait, was it a tornado or was it a nomad?
It was a nomad. Take my word for it.
Yeah, running around in circles.
He's playing. Yeah, he's playing. You all need lots. You need lunch right now. I might need to get a whiskey at this point.
I think this might be an English thing that I don't get.
Maury goes up to the bar and orders a whiskey for him and Doc. Comes
Okay.
back, it's down by Doc, and goes, at least one of us is on the same page, and downs it.
Now, and at that point, the food gets brought up. He lays it out on some plates,
Mm-hmm.
brings it over for everybody to eat.
Oh, he scarfs it down. Like he hasn't eaten in days.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you see
Probably because he hasn't.
You see the other two guys, wave off to the guy behind the counter, and it's like, oh, we're gonna return to our room. So they walk out. There's a little bit of a chime, as it walks out. Baby. And you see they walk up to a flight of steps and start going upstairs.
Just gonna pick at the food.
Okay.
So in the middle of eating his burger, Skull's gonna go, all right, so yeah, like I was mentioning before, the roads out here, not like they're maintained like in the city, so we're gonna have to move slower, otherwise that's just gonna
That's fine.
blow out tires,
I'm quite fine with slow.
Is that gonna affect the fuel for the flare or anything?
I was just gonna say, do we want to tap off the tanks?
We've got extra fuel, and yeah, shouldn't be okay. I assume, Jerome, even at that slow speed, we'll get there before nightfall.
To Palm Springs, probably at nightfall. Yes.
Yeah, we should be good. Not a place that I want to check in, really. I did not bring, the lice spray with today.
So, any idea what we're going to do once we get there? I mean, we really didn't talk about that.
You are 100% correct. And in the open, we're still not going to talk about it.
I mean, are we going to get a
Mom.
hotel? Shut up.
No.
We're just seeing the sights. Don't know if we're going to stay there the full night like we need a motel. I mean, we're fine with sleeping in a car if we need to, right? Is that a big deal for anybody if we absolutely have to?
Oh, no. Me and Sam have spent a lovely night out underneath the stars on a prior occasion. In fact, his ghost was even with us then. We love camping outside. It's one of Sam's favorite things to do.
That's some camping you guys did. Jeez.
Damn, telescopic eye, just to check down the back of the road, like back where we came from.
Sure.
See if there's anything.
Then I had a dream that Dane came and swept me off my feet.
16 plus.
Do you have a thing for Dane?
What?
Maury just kind of looks over at the Sam and goes, well, do you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, he is.
That answers that question.
Yeah.
26.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So you zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom to your maximum magnification and look down either side of the road to ensure that you're keeping your eyes out. You're not seeing anything except some tumbleweeds and occasionally cross the road and gusts of wind, and of course the heat wave rolling up off the asphalt, the remains of the asphalt, I should say.
Looks like if we were followed, it wasn't very close. We've been here for what, 20 minutes?
About a half hour at this point.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, finish our drinks and eat, and
Stretch our
pack
legs.
everything up, and
Yeah.
not make any jokes about Dane. And
Like we're having a Dane old time.
ooh,
We'll have a
So let's just get
Dane
brave.
old time.
won't tell him what Sam did to the last guy that did that, but anyhow.
Does it
Continue
have
on our
something to
way.
do with this previous mission that y'all won't talk
And
about?
the guy behind the counter at this point, since it's just you guys talking about things you're not talking about, and making it obvious, he leans onto the counter at this point and he says, "So which one of you drive that pretty little sedan out there?"
That it's me. Why? You like it?
Well, it's kind of fancy for being out here in the wilderness.
Yeah, going on a trip.
We're just passing through.
You don't say. I've got some paint in the back if you want it. It's hot pink. It'll probably help better.
I like hot pink. It'll match my gloves.
Do it.
We should paint it the blackest black.
Yeah, it's an interesting offer. Not sure exactly what I'd be getting out of that, though.
You want to make it look uglier.
Ah.
Well, we can smear some.
You heard of
Red.
Raph and Shiv, kid?
You have problems with them out here?
We always have problems with them out here in the Badlands. Driving a car like that, you might as well just be saying, "Hey, come here and shoot me. I got money."
Maybe we should just have some mud on it.
I can most assuredly tell you he has no money.
But they won't know that.
Wow.
Will you shut up?
Yes, mommy.
She's gonna reach out and try to smack him.
We could take it off roading a bit.
Well,
know
before Mr. Giggles started over here, we could rub it with mud.
Look outside. Is there any actual wet dirt that could turn into mud out there, or would we have to do
Yeah.
something weird? Yeah.
Yeah,
She
you
still
have
has
to-
her glass of water.
That's enough for a
You
car.
do not waste a glass of water to
Look.
make mud.
If we spray paint it, we can always put it back.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'm not partial to that. Hey, pal, yeah, how much you want for, you got it in cans or in spray or...
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
them in
piece
the
of brush.
cans. What? I was being sarcastic with the pink, but I do have a little bit of that. I got a couple other colors if you want it.
You know what? Yeah, let me get a few of those. Spend a few minutes doing some touch-ups on there. How much would I owe you for that?
I think we can settle for about 30 eddies. How's that?
You got it. So he gets up and hands over the eddies so you can get the cans of paint.
So he gives you 2 cans of hot pink, 2 cans of candy apple red, and 2 cans of what would look like camo green.
Oof.
All right.
This is a rough combo.
Sounds like a pair of jeans I have.
Okay, pink,
And then he-
green, red.
So after he gets the cans, he looks at the guy and goes, "So, what types of symbols are going to keep me safer than normal out there, do you think?"
Oh, you're looking to put like nomad patches on there? Oh. Well, that could be another type of bullseye. Depends on which turf you go through.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm asking. I don't go through this area that often. I mean, if you'd like us to be repeat customers, you'll tell me what I need to know to stay alive as long as possible, hopefully.
We're staying along the 10.
Why don't
We're heading
you?
out to
Why don't you give me an empathy and persuasion check?
Okay.
You're trying to haggle a little bit, but clearly.
Eesh. 10. Total of 10.
Woo-hoo-hoo! So that's not good.
Nope.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll take some sympathy on you since you're talking a little bit of sense. Why don't you have the mommy girl over here come give me a smooch? I'll tell you what you need.
And when he says that,
Points
oh,
at
yeah.
Octavia.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So she'll hop up onto the bar and lean over and give him a smooch.
Okay, so as you do, he turns his face, so you smooch him directly on the lips.
She likes tongue.
I'm gonna kill him.
And so
I've got better line of fire.
so he's like, "Oh, well, thank you for that."
So I don't
No
know if you
problem.
have like any actual cred. But you're gonna probably want to identify from Snake Nation.
Oh, that is me.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. And you're from Snake Nation, huh? Looking at Octavia.
Well, my parents were.
Then he passes over like some of the cans, like, knock yourself out. You're gonna know that pattern better than I am.
Doesn't that mean that you are too?
Yeah, kinda. Kinda. So she'll take the cans.
Okay.
While they're doing all this, Amori's going to go grab his AKR and park in the sun outside where there might be some shade, and sit there and watch while the adults play with the cans of spray paint.
Okie doke.
So she's gonna mimic some of the tattoos that she has. Her nomad tattoos. And the one for Snake.
Okay, so remember, you have not been fully initiated into Snake Nation.
No, but she went and got the tattoos done. And she knows what the snake
So
symbol looks like.
go ahead and cause we don't really have painting.
Need to come up with some stats, Strom.
Yeah, no, you would think. Well,
There
I mean, the game is more combat based, and
Yeah.
It is.
So
There
It
is
is a skill.
draw.
It's under tech.
is what?
It's under
tech.
tech.
Disguise.
Paint or draw.
Paint or draw.
Ooh,
Yep,
Oh,
there
it
it is.
and
Yep.
I don't
Oh,
got
sure.
nothing in it. So what am I
So there you go.
rolling?
Tech.
Just plain tech?
Just plain tech in a D10 roll.
Oh, you better hope I don't roll a 1. Or we're
Oh
screwed.
no! You go ahead and roll a 1. Roll all the ones you want right now while you're using spray paint.
Justin knows nothing about the nomads, but I can take a guess that imitate.
I rolled a
Putting
10. We re-roll, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No matter what, if you roll a 10, it explodes.
I figured she'd just draw like Trogdor. She'd just be like, oh.
Oh, I'm driving the Burninator. All right.
She's like,
So
I
14.
swear. She's like, I swear, this is really Snake Nation.
We'll add that. Yeah, add that to your tech attribute, and what is that total?
14.
You rolled a 10 and a 4. You have nothing in tech.
I
What's
don't
your
have nothing
tech
in paint
stat?
and draw.
What's your tech
No,
stat?
your tech attribute.
Yeah.
My tech is 10. So that'd be 24.
Sweet.
A little bit of a difference there.
So
No,
she's
anyway,
taking some time to uglify this sedan and spray paint it up with what she believes to be a Snake Nation emblem that might go on a vehicle.
I don't
in
even want to think about
pinks
this.
and reds and green.
While she's doing that,
Olive
he's
green.
gonna actually. While she's doing that, he's gonna go over to Amore. Honestly, I don't know much about the nomads. If she has that right, what's the odds of them killing us anyways for putting their tag on the vehicle?
Okay. Man. Okay. How do I want to react to this?
So saying how do I want to react to this tells me everything.
No, that's an out of character comment.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's an out of character comment. Well, Amori kind of looks at you for a second, and then he strokes you with the butt of the AKR in the gut.
Excellent answer.
So you hit him hard with the.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was not something he decided to take. He's like, I was pretty sure people knew I was a nomad. We're gonna have to talk to Doc about. Yeah, okay. It's time we up the learning curve a little bit.
No,
So, yeah.
like in character, like out of character, I know that tagging something.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Yep.
What is your body, Stolas?
-1. Oh, sorry. The actual stat is 4.
4. Yeah. So you only absorb 1 point of damage, correct?
Yes.
Does he puke?
Actually, I'm at -1. So I take 2 points of damage.
No. Amori, what is your body?
9.
Oh God. Okay. 1 second. So, Amori, go ahead and roll 1d4.
1d4. Oh, no one, Steve. Just the d4. 2.
Not bad. Yeah. So at a 4, you absorb 1. So you absorb 1 point of damage. You have body armor on, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you technically take no damage. The impact, however, is enough to pick you up off your feet a little bit.
Maury just kind of looks at him and goes like, wrong comment to make.
I really just don't know. My assumption is that it is a very bad idea to do that.
Maury just kind of looks at you and goes,
I've lived in a city my entire life.
that's nice.
If you can't tell.
That's nice. Why don't you go inside and sit down with Sam before? Yeah. And Maury just like takes 10 steps away, and then he turns around and he kind of looks at Ghost through the window, and he kind of just reaches over and shakes his head and
Hey, you'll go inside again.
Okay.
And it's just the ground vehicle, not the air vehicle we're painting, right?
Just the ground vehicle,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I can do the
Sudden,
bus.
suddenly,
No,
Ghost,
no, it's fine.
suddenly, Ghost doesn't even want to jack into the family bus at this point. She's just like, the colors.
I mean, she may take like the green and just be like, all right, and just put some like army
I can see
symbol
the
on it.
camel green being useful.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, she won't use too much of the hot pink. She doesn't really want to draw attention to them.
That's however you do it. That's fine. Just letting you guys know those are your color choices.
Yeah.
So
She'll use mostly the green.
Smart.
She'll use it until she's emptied both cans.
okay, yeah. So I mean, you would burn out of the olive green then. If you're focusing primarily on that.
And she'll just throw the rest of them in his trunk.
Okay. Finish your lunch and you are ready to go.
Yep.
And she will blow a kiss to the guy behind the counter. Catch you later.
Y'all drive safe now.
All right.
Continue on our merry way. Being a little more observant at this point.
Sure. So give me drive and pilot checks.
Octavia's gonna kind of lean over towards Amari. I don't think Stolas realized he offended you.
No, that was a private conversation. Like, he wasn't broadcasting that.
15 for drive.
Okay.
22.
Up and away. So you guys drive and fly off without much of a problem. This time, Skulls, you are obviously much more savvy about the problems with the road. Your adjustments to speed is, giving you the ability to navigate it. And of course, the fact that there's not really any cars out here means you can swerve from lane to lane if you spot something that you need to duck or dip around for one reason or another.
I'm going to continue to watch the back end since they're up higher.
Sure.
That's a little bit better.
Sure. Yeah. So I'll let you
For
guys.
any more of those dust devils.
I'll let you guys know if you need to roll anything. So
Okay.
you guys end up getting there, like I mentioned before. You're flying through the remains of the desert, past Blythe, along the remains of the 10. When you do get, in fact, when you do get through Blythe, you can see that it's been tagged up at certain points. You go past it a bit too quick to really make out what's there. But it looks like this is probably turf that nomads and Raff and Shiv probably debate over, with metric rounds of ammo.
Fervor.
Yes. Needless to say, you do end up making it into the remains of Palm Springs. It's coming up in the evening time. There's really not much in the way of lights here, so it is a little difficult to spot in the dark since most everything is dark.
Do we
here.
have lights on the flyer?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we have spotlights?
No, you have headlights.
Ghost, remind me to put spotlights on the to-do list.
We'll have Ghost come down and run in front of the vehicle so that Doc has lights showing his road.
Okay. I mean, he's got headlights too. That's
Yeah,
not a problem. But the place being blacked out, pardon me, does make it difficult in the sense to see like where you need to go. But running along the freeway, it looks like when you're first coming into town, there are some open lots where there will probably car dealerships or maybe a big shopping center at one point in time or another, and those are all like vacant. When your lights do catch something, you can see that most of the buildings here are burned out, hulks, being reclaimed by nature. The tidbit about this area of California, when according to the world of Cyberpunk, when the stock market started crashing. The world basically started caving in on one another. It didn't obviously go post-apocalyptic, but most people, when things in the United States fell out, they stopped living in more remote cities like this and started moving to places like Los Angeles, Night City, much more, which is one of the reasons why those places are really big. And one of the reasons why nomads tend to favor these areas because they can run out here almost at will and do whatever they want, set up shop, and
Uncontested.
and scavenge. And the only thing that they have to worry about really is, other people trying to do the same thing. So, like I said, there's no lights, there's no street lights out here. It's pretty dark.
No campfires?
Not as far as you can tell.
Interesting.
Campfires you would have to be like almost on top of to see, because there's still buildings in this area that would have.
Okay, so there's enough structural that it would be cut off. All right.
Yeah.
This place looks really gloomy.
We'll find a building with parking. Shouldn't be that hard, and just kind of coast in, and I'll hop out with Ghost on Overwatch, and I'll do a quick walk through the building.
Okay, 1 second.
Uh-huh.
All right. So now that you are in Palm Springs, when you turn off the Sonny Bono Memorial Freeway, which is what they've named the 10 through that stretch of area, you come up to the remains of a Captain Caliente.
Oh my!
I've dated him.
Really?
Captain Caliente is basically kind of like a Taco Bell / Starbucks in the world of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So this building, unlike others, looks a little newer. It's still run down, but it looks, like it probably was one of the when the collapse happened. It's probably been abandoned maybe 15, 20 years as opposed to 25, 30 compared to the others.
Okay. Yeah. Do it. Like I said, do a quick walkthrough.
There's nothing really to the door. It's glass is shattered. You could easily walk right through it without it even being open, with the exception of the frame. Most of the things have been stripped out in here, like the grill that had been in here at one point in time, but the benches and seats are still here. Countertop is still here. Really? Yeah, please make sure to minimize all music or other side distractions while we're playing.
Sorry, I told him to go silent and he didn't listen. Boyfriends never do.
But this is the location that you're at.
Mm-hmm. Should serve our purposes. Walk to the back. Is there a back door that's intact, or is it gone too?
No, actually the back door is not one of the glass doors. So the back door was actually like more of a solid metal door. So that's still here.
Okay. Yeah, this should work.
It's
everyone down.
It's your typical small restaurant fast food joint. So it's like the front portion of it has the remains of glass windows that were there. And then the back is obviously more secure because that's where they would have brought in deliveries and cooked food and things like that.
Yep. Seems fine. Get everyone down and out of the vehicles. Get the lunch that we packed and prepared. Now that we have dinner, You know, set up a nice little. Oh, you don't want it inside. No. Is there wood for a fire?
No,
Okay.
that doesn't mean you couldn't like pull up one of the.
Yeah, no, I don't. Just not interested in making that much noise. I was
Okay.
looking to see if there's. Yeah.
No, not in a building like this. There's not enough that you readily on
Okay.
hand that you could do something like that.
Okay. Use a couple lights. Just get everyone comfortable, eat,
Okay.
and we'll split watches.
I
There's
think we should split it 2-1, 4 off.
what?
2
Sorry.
on, 4 off. 2
Like-
watching.
A
Yeah.
watch?
Mhm.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yep.
Yeah, you make your own security out here.
Yep. And directly across from the Captain Caliente restaurant is the remains of an Arco station.
Interesting.
Does it look like anybody's over there?
No.
Okay.
And you guys saw that when you pulled up and shine lights as you pulled in. That place is really trashed.
Yeah, would expect so. Especially if it had fuel right up to the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, get comfortable. And let's see.
Can you imagine what this place was like when it happened?
No. We could do. Let's do Solus and Ghost on the first watch, and me and Octavia on the second. That leaves Doc and Sam to get some solid 8, while and then come on for the morning shift.
Works for me.
Bueno.
Right. So
Now remember, if there's zombies out here, you got to have headshots, even in the dark.
There's not zombies out here.
Zombies?
You're all so gullible. Amore. You can't keep scrambling the team's brains. I'm going to go to sleep.
Oh, he was talking? I'm sorry. I'm going to go outside and keep watch. Just scroll up to the...
Amore just kind of looks at Ghost and goes, "I know where your boyfriend was."
He goes outside with Ghost because keep watch.
Is the roof intact?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go up to the roof then.
Okay. So you just pull the remains of the ladder down and climb up, go up to the top of the building.
Find a good area that I can just kind of lay prone with my sniper rifle and just keep watch.
Sure. So, respectfully, there's nothing that happens throughout the night. All of you are able to get.
Ooh.
It's a.
That's not morning.
Oh yeah, haboob.
Cool.
Oh, I miss the haboobs.
Wish it was rain.
Wish it was rain.
Yes, that would.
Rain
be
looks
nice.
good on haboobs.
Rain on haboobs makes flying mud.
Yeah.
Which, never mind, Steve. Never mind. Just don't go there.
So,
It's my brand new nephew that was just born. Like,
oh,
Oh,
Okay. Now back to
quick note. Was she? Did she have to have the C-section?
no,
Oh, good.
no. They it turned out there was some part of the sac that was obstructing his
Okay.
progress. So
Good.
once
Cool.
they did that, I think she took like 20 minutes to push, and then he was.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, it
so
worked out.
next morning starts to roll around. It doesn't out here in the desert. It never right now. Even when you guys sleep, it never got below 90. It just stayed nasty and hot the whole time. As the day is starting, the dawn is starting to crack, and the light is shining back on the valley that surrounds Desert Ridge, or not Desert Ridge, but Palm Springs, and Rancho Mirage, right? Rancho Mirage. Scrolling out. Give it to me, damn you. Guess not. I thought I saw that on there. I could have swore that was up in that area.
Roll to 1.
But yeah, Cathedral City, Canyon Sands. Anyways, Palm Desert. That much I did know. I could have swore Rancho Mirage was out there. Oh well, no biggie.
Maybe it was a mirage.
Yes. How did you know?
In the morning when he goes to relieve himself, he does take another small bump because he knows what's going to happen if he doesn't.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me another save check?
That is just body, right?
Correct. But you can also add resist drugs and torture if you have it.
No, but I will soon.
Yeah.
Earn that one the hard way.
Total of 8.
All right.
Especially when we detox you.
Great.
So, you take your sniff. All starting to get right in the world again. And I don't know what you guys are going to do for your day. You guys were given some clues. I don't know how you're going to break that out or divvy this out.
I don't know the clues, so I'll follow
I
your
thought
guys'
the point
lead.
was just to come here to show an effort. Or ambush them if they happen to follow us.
Yeah, we're going to actually try and find him?
I was just going to ask that. Do we want to find him?
I don't think he wants to be found.
Sure, of course he doesn't want to be found. So that's ultimately what we need to figure out now before we head back, right?
Sam was going to spray paint a sign looking for.
Well, we've got the spray paint.
What is it? Looking for lost link. There we go.
Lost Link? That's not his name.
No. All right. So anyway, we need to figure out. So do we even have enough to go on to pinpoint exactly where it's at, or do we have to ask around or look around?
That's all great questions. I don't know.
Yeah.
What information did you guys take down?
I mean, this is something that I felt that we should have discussed, but I was told to shush. So now what are we going to do now that we're here?
I did not write it down.
We're going to hang out in the city for a day and then say we couldn't find him.
Oh, something in relation to a jungle. And it says combing the desert ?
Mm-hmm.
So is there something here relating to a jungle?
Well, we're going to have to drive around and find out.
How big is Palm Springs at this point?
By what metric are you asking?
Like, would it take us a really long time to drive through town looking for some kind of a sign that has something jungly on it?
If you did it from the air, obviously it would be a lot faster than it would be on the ground.
Well, I want to check the car, make sure that it's going to make the trip back.
Mhm.
So somebody's got to go up with
Well,
Ghost.
I can take someone with me and Ghost, and we can go for a fly around. Who wants to go with?
Maybe take Sam since she kind of knows what she's supposed to be looking for.
I've got telescopic too.
What do you think, Doc?
Well, that sounds like it works. Yeah, I mean, get a bird's eye view, cuts down on time. What do you want us to do on the ground, though? We're not going to be able to go nearly as fast as the rest of you.
No, I would think it makes a good focal point. She's checking the vehicle anyhow, so we'll just run with we're doing a little maintenance because it needs some maintenance for our journey, and take it from there. We'll see what happens. And I think the handsets are like only a 2 kilometer reach, Jerome. Is that what I remember? What did I write down?
Let's see.
Yeah, 6 kilometers. I'm sorry. So 10 miles, maybe. Maybe.
So while I'm checking the vehicle, you two keep your guns at ready in
Well,
case
you should. The gun should
he
be right there with you, so that way, when you're working on the vehicle, it's yeah. And so
How many hard bumps did you take yesterday?
Only the one big one. I wasn't expecting to get. Yeah, it should have been. The Stolas. What's the deal between you and Stolas? By the way, like, is there something going on there, or what? Because you really do act like his mom or his big sister or something.
Like I need another sister.
We
Are y'all
kinda-
talking while he's not there?
That's right. He's not there yet. We kind of grew up in the same neighborhood.
I mean, you took drastically different career and life paths for living in the same neighborhood and sticking it out.
Well, I mean, both our parents were corporals. His was just higher up than my adopted parents. And his isn't around anymore, so hence all the money.
So,
the
question,
flash.
while you guys are talking in character, so who is staying behind and who is going up in the air?
Me, Ghost, and Sam are going up in the air.
Okay. And do we still have Callie?
I think she just stepped away for a second.
Yeah.
She probably had baby aggro again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just saw that she closed off her camera.
While they're talking, he's going to actually walk around and just keep a lookout.
Sure. Okay. So those of you going up in the up away into the air, give me to start. Give me intelligence and education and general knowledge checks.
Okay, intelligence, education, and general knowledge. Okay, so that's a total of 10 to start with. Okay, let's see what we got here. I rolled a 10.
So you roll again.
Yep.
God, for a minute there, I thought he says he was going to say a 1.
How do I?
Okay. So I have a total of 28.
Wow.
Nice.
How do I add? Or do I add? Do I just tell you what I add?
I don't understand the question.
You should
I'm trying to figure out how to roll.
It should be D10.
What's that?
/R 1d10 and then what?
No, just roll
/R space.
/R, just /R.
Mhm.
Yeah, /r space, and then it'll start giving you the thing.
Oh, okay.
Callie, intelligence education.
Ooh,
Called it. Baby aggro.
18 for me.
Sweet.
So, Doc,
Yeah.
did you grow up in the city or out in the Badlands?
No, no. It's up north of the Phoenix area, around Prescott, sometimes Sedona. No,
13.
I was actually from Nomads too.
Okay. So we got our rolls in. Oh, and Ghost, why don't you give me a piloting check?
Got it.
So, did you grow up with the other nomads?
I mean, not the ones out here. How much time have you spent with Nomads, if any? If you don't mind my asking.
22.
Jerome, what age was she when her parents died? I don't think we actually established that.
You'd have to look at your character sheet. I'm certain that that your parents were dead before you were 16,
Okay.
because that was one of the first things that happened.
Dang.
Um,
So those of you who are flying around,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting a good view of the remains, obviously, of Palm Springs by day. And it is, it looks like, for those of you who may not have actually been there in real life, it was a resort town at one point in time. Lots of golf clubs, or lots of, I should say, country clubs with golf courses. It was kind of the getaway for the Hollywood elite for quite a while, until everything kind of collapsed. So many places around here look like before the collapse, it used to be really nice. So it has kind of that fallen paradise resort look to it. Most places you go. As you were flying around, skillfully, I might add, thanks to Ghost, you are. Let's see. Thankfully, there's only two. There's really only two main roads that go through Palm Springs. There's obviously a bunch of side roads, but if you're keeping with the with freeways and highways, there's really only two that kind of run through here, or I should say, in expressways, which helps narrow down some of the searching. But you've gone over some locations that look like this is probably a place where nomads come to haven at times. So it does look like this place has seen use in the recent times. You can see at certain points there are remains of burned out barrels used for fires, and some of them kind of counted around in other places, like parking lots and whatnot. You're not really seeing any signs of life per se. Sam, why don't you? Also with the roles for the general education, the clue that you were provided, or the comment, anyways, something in relation to a jungle, doesn't necessarily mean like jungle itself, like jungle gym or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The term itself could have been in relation to anything tropical, is what you guys are kind of mulling around. So, which
Do they
kind of
have
which kind
a
of makes sense because Palm Springs is obviously known for its tropical paradise. You know, they've got palms everywhere. I'm sorry, Brittany, what were you saying?
do they have a rainforest cafe?
Good guess. They do not.
Oh,
The nearest Rainforest Cafe from here would have been in Ontario, California.
Yeah.
I know this in real life.
Sad day. Sad day.
However, as you are futzing around, where did I go?
Technical term.
Yes.
futz is not a technical term.
I do believe that's a verb.
Sam, why don't you, since Callie is driving or flying, I should say, why don't Sam and Amori give me both intelligence and awareness notice checks?
Okay. And that's going to be 14 to start with.
16.
19.
Well, as you were kind of flying around, you do end up spotting something called the Desert Oasis by Vacation Club Rentals. Someone sounded upset.
I don't know where it's coming from.
No, I know where it's coming from. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
I was just making a comment to be funny.
Yeah.
And that's through a closed door.
Yeah.
As you fly around, you also end up seeing the Santiago Resort, which is a little bit further into the town. You end up spotting the remains of a dog park, which is near the remains of the airport, which is very obvious. Obviously, you can still see, even though it's cracked and broken up, the tarmac is out here. Side note, it's still fairly clear, and since it's an international airport, even though there aren't big planes coming here, if you guys ran into an emergency, it would be quite easy to land something here.
That wasn't subtle at all.
You've had air-to-air encounters so far. You're planning
Yeah.
ahead.
Right. Exactly.
You've also seen
Wait.
the remains of a Walmart Supercenter. Yes.
Oh, go ahead. If you were going to continue.
You also found the Twin Palms Resort. As you were flying around, you found the Safari Park, as well as the Frisky Business Palm Springs Cat Cafe.
Is that one got anything by it?
The interested in cats. It has a remains of a grocery store. It looks like it was called a Vons. Any of you fans of California, you would know what Vons are. There was a nail spa in that shopping center. Actually, two spas.
So,
And the
but
remains
nothing
of a gas station.
Nothing the Macho Man would be interested in. Okay.
Unless
I
he's
don't
into cats.
But it's derelict.
Yes.
We just, go down, take a quick look, and how much time would we involved in spending if we briefly flew by all those locations?
All the places I stated, you've already flown past them. So if you want to fly past them again to double check, now to be a little more specific.
If there's like vehicles in the parking lot or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to fly past them to double check, since you're being more specific, probably maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little less.
We'll invest in it. We got spare gas.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you two give me another roll? And Ghost, why don't you give me another piloting check?
Yeah, well.
It's not super difficult. You're just trying to make sure you're flying low enough so that they get good views. So you're really only worried about palm trees.
14. Worse than first time.
20.
There we go.
Callie is on a roll.
Something in the 30s, if I can roll again if you want me to. 45, I think. 38. I'll just keep going. Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
I'm going to say right now, I love your hair. As long as that's affecting your die rolls, I think it's great.
Let's see
Is
how
it
high we can get it.
Do I need to dye my hair?
If you roll lower than me, yes.
So 10, 21 plus 18 is 39.
Wow, nice.
Woohoo.
I think that was a success.
So
I'd hope so.
yeah, so she's flying like so low that you guys, if you opened the door on the family flyer here, you could actually grab like dates from these palm trees.
I'm like, there's so much room here. There's no buildings. There's palm trees. This is
Yeah,
great.
I mean there's buildings, but there's no like big high rises and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy for you to get around. And Skulls, you've got a reroll. As an FYI.
Grab a
For the
snack, guys.
Narcan.
Sam, as you are looking around, and you guys are kind of kicking yourselves at this point because you don't really have a whole lot to go off of. You're like, does it sound jungly? Does it sound like something?
I'm thinking papaya fruits at this point.
Yeah, just anything that's in relation to that. And Sam, you end up, as you guys fly over what appears to be the remains of a trailer park. And of course, trailer parks, mobile homes like this are they're not made to withstand nature in the sense of like a normal house is. So most of the places in here look bad. You do, however, see a couple in this trailer park that look like they're still in halfway decent condition.
Like maybe somebody has kept them up.
Hard to say, or they may still be in use and they've been, and they were in better placement or something. But what you end up spotting is a bike that's down here.
Oh,
Gee, does it match Solus's description?
Just Mike.
I know exactly. He's like, oh, is it a generic guy wearing generic clothing? Very tan and. The bike itself looks like it's a very sleek looking bike. It's actually a Thunder God. If you look those up from the book, they're pretty gnarly. They look like Cyberpunk's version of a Harley.
So what you're saying is it's a little out of place.
It could be. Again, it could be a nomad. It could be, or somebody who doesn't want to be found. But Sam, what you do find attached to one of the saddlebags, and you only spot this because of your eye, you see something that you think spells out Samoflange.
okay, and the bike is outside of one of these trailers?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
but under the cover.
So in other words, it's covered from direct light.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for the follow, Nugget.
I see something. Can we get a little closer?
Can we just land?
Okay. How about we mark this position? Okay. You got
Grab
it?
everybody else?
And then bring back the whole team?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I need to like make a navigation roll, or can I find this place pretty easily?
No. You should be fine.
No to which?
No, to which I'm like, no, I can find it easy, or
No to everything.
okay.
No.
All right, we gotta go back. Don't know where it is.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, I won't say. Oh, yeah.
I'll pick up everybody else since the van fits everyone.
So you're going to leave the doctored up sedan at the Captain Caliente and bring everybody over to this place?
Yes. Do we need to hide the sedan?
Yes.
Okay. We will camouflage the sedan somehow.
Did I find anything wrong with the sedan?
Nope.
Just push it alongside the building.
So to answer Doc's question, 8 years.
It's been 8 years, or it's been 8 years.
My parents were murdered when I was around 8.
Sorry to hear that.
I got adopted by a corp family.
And a terrible turn of events there. Were they good to you at least?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're very, they're still alive. They didn't like the path I chose because I want to reconnect with who I really am. And really, all I have is from my parents is my dad's jacket that still has his patch on it.
Were they from Snake Nation or?
Yeah,
different
they were Snake.
planet? Yeah, yeah. Snake isn't exactly all it's cracked up to be. Just if you didn't know entirely, they just absorb other clans. Yeah, it's not really what a nomad pack is supposed to be. In my view, maybe others would have different views. Pretty sure Amore would have something to say, but yeah, it can be a touchy subject depending on how you've interacted with him.
Yeah, I haven't come across any other Snake Nation yet. In fact, you and Amore are pretty much it as far as my exposure.
Well, maybe you can get a little more exposure when we get back.
And right about now, at this point, you see the family truckster come flying back in
Yeah, all right, that was quick.
to the
Hop
tunes of
in.
Holiday Road.
So, do we want to move the sedan into a?
Move it alongside the side of the building there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hide the sedan, then hop in. Oh, grab guns. Maybe some explosives. Maybe.
Well,
Right.
you guys have all my weapons already.
Oh, true.
So yeah, move the sedan in an inconspicuous place where we can find it again. Then hop into the up in a Waymobile.
Okay. So everybody climbs back into the back. Got kind of almost a full crowd at this point. A little bit of elbow room, and you go flying back to that Safari Park. And as you come flying back in, Ghost, why don't you give me another piloting check?
So, did you guys found him?
We don't know yet.
I suspect that this is the right spot.
26.
He's not going to shoot us when we land, right?
Maybe.
And that's a great segue to the start of our next scene as you are starting to descend. Ghost, 2 rounds end up hitting the windshield of the vehicle. Bang, bang.
I am going to reverse fly it so that I get a little bit of cover so I can land undercover.
Okay. So keep in mind, I forgot to tell you this. Although your rolls have been fantastic, you haven't needed to worry about that. But remember to take 2 off of all of your rolls because the vehicle is that sluggish.
Oh, that's right. So it'd be 22 instead.
Right. Still a good roll. You're just like.
I'm like, oh, back it up.
The butt on this thing is terrible.
I had to ask, didn't I?
Good timing.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go right up on the park anyways, but
Right. But you were
Still.
getting, but you guys did fly around the park, do a flyby before, and kind of examine. So when you start getting near again, you caught a couple rounds from the ground.
Yep. Not a surprise. We blew the surprise when we flew away. I knew we were going to.
Yep.
But I wasn't about to do a split. No.
All right, I'm gonna park it and I'm gonna unjack and then immediately open the door with my sniper rifle and see if I can figure out who's shooting at us.
Okay. So everybody get your intelligence and awareness notice.
Putting my helmet on.
Smart.
I see nothing.
Yeah, same here.
Watch it. I don't know where it's coming from. I was too busy driving.
17.
15.
1.
15.
I see nothing.
I see nothing.
Come on.
Why don't you roll one more time, Callie?
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
She rolled a
Got a
1.
1.
Oh, you rolled a 1 again? Okay.
No,
So-
she did. I rolled
Oh.
a 4.
4. Okay. So when you step out and go to line up, your sniper rifle, you line it up too quick, and that scope goes like right into your eye.
Ow.
So thankfully, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it stings. And you're like, oh! So you're stunned a second as you're trying to get your eye to water and clear that out because that hurt.
No, it's the organic one. Oh, it hurts.
Yep.
Why?
And Octavia, you rolled a 1. Okay, so basically the first 2 people out of the vehicle, Ghost drops down real quick and gets in a position, bump, just knocks right into her eye by mistake, and so she's like, ow! And then next person out is Octavia, who accidentally, as she's coming out, her foot hits Ghost's shoulder, and then she topples down to the ground and just kind of eats it into the just and biffs
Go
it.
out the other side.
We are not good.
Poor Amori. He's like, why? Why me?
Everybody else drops out. So other than those 2, Maury, what'd you get?
I had 14.
Okay. Stolas,
15.
Skulls,
Also 15.
Sam.
16.
Okay. We're like,
That's a tight grouping.
yeah, I know, exactly. Just slowly inching it up. All right. You guys, no one sees, where it's, what
Coming.
exactly is going on, or where the rounds came from. You know the direction, obviously, because you backed it up immediately and then landed it down. But you don't see or hear any movements at this point.
So
Or
Skulls
look
still.
over at Sam and go, "Hey, Sam, why don't you go see if this is your old buddy?"
Hey, you don't got a megaphone? No? Okay.
I don't know.
Um,
I'm sure she's loud enough.
Sam will turn in the direction of the bike and keep her hands up and say, "We come in peace." And she'll walk
Okay.
very slowly
Can
forward.
Amori be mortally embarrassed now?
Go ahead. So you're attempting to negotiate. Why don't you give me?
Oh my!
Ooh,
Maybe you should tell him you know
let's
you're
make you
his
roll for
sister.
seduction. No, I'm kidding.
Miss Saunders, hello.
Yeah, I know.
We.
Jimmy,
Go
man,
ahead.
I'll roll it.
Go ahead and use persuasion, fast talk, and empathy.
Okay.
Please roll a 10.
Please roll high.
Like 3 or 4 10s in a row.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10
Oh,
Nice.
I love you.
for the first time, maybe ever.
That's great.
Okay, let's
Do it
see
again.
what the next 3. Okay, 13 plus 24.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome.
So Sam is stepping forward with that rather embarrassing line of "I come in peace,"
Boy just hangs his head.
but she's apparently getting her point across. And then you hear from a distance, "You're about to leave in pieces. I've got a warhead lined up on that forehead. You better start talking fast."
Maybe you should tell him you know his sister.
If this is who I think it is, Carlotta told us where to find you.
Roll again.
Roll again.
I can't. Oh. More tens.
8. So 19.
And I do think it's funny that nobody has spent any of their luck.
That's because I forget about it.
I know.
I don't have that much. Yeah, I forget. about
Last
it.
couple of games, we haven't been doing that much rolling, I think.
No,
Yeah.
true, but is what it is. Just pointing that out.
Yep.
19.
19. Okay. So, and you still don't hear, or you still don't see anything, I should say. So whatever cover he has, he's obviously in a good position. Then you hear in the distance again, a little bit different positioning. Carlotta, who?
Tell him we're really big fans.
Do I have a last name for them?
Tell
Um,
him Dane says
Information
hi.
you're supposed to write down.
you'd think Brittany would actually know his last name, but no.
Tell him Dane says hi.
Look, I know this is really stupid. Alicia told me that it was stupid. Dane thinks it's stupid too. But here we are, and we need to talk to you. And we don't mean you any harm.
Roll again. You've got luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to spend any?
Can I spend some luck points?
Why, yes, Brittany, you can spend your luck points. How many would you like to spend?
How many do you need?
Depends on if you roll a 1 or not.
I will spend all 5 of my luck points.
She's about to roll. She's about to roll and spending all 5 of her luck points. Tell her what she wins.
Not getting shots.
22.
Nice. Okay.
Awesome.
I was really hoping you were going to roll a 1 at that point. Like, she wins a
I
whammy.
was praying she wasn't.
Yeah.
All right. So 22.
Yes, Shelly's is stronger.
Yep.
22.
22. Okay. And at that, and it's gone quiet for a good bit.
I've still got my hands up.
Yeah. I figured as much.
Amori tells everyone to keep their weapons either holstered or pointed down.
Octavia is still on the ground. She hasn't moved.
Okay. Occasional puffs of dirt as she,
Yeah.
as
As
she's breathing, just like,
Helping.
Yeah.
I
He
need
does
to get a
step out of the
bucket.
car
oh,
and
God, Dane.
he'll help the 2 ladies up.
Oh well, Ghost didn't fall. Ghost just
No.
accidentally poked herself in her eye with her incredibly impressive rifle.
Octavia's just not moving so she doesn't get shot.
And so as you're standing there, like basically where you guys have kind of landed, is in like you're basically behind two of the wrecked mobile homes along a road that goes down. She didn't land like in the park proper, so backing out wouldn't be difficult. So you're back. Basically, the back is facing the street, and then out from some of the bush and wreckage of one of the mobile homes, you see a man step out, and he actually like is just now visible as he steps out, and he's got a knife to Sam's throat.
Dude! Yeah, puff of smoke or dust.
And he says, "Who the hell are you, kid?"
Me llamo Sam. I'm with these guys. We're baby edge runners. We got ourselves into some trouble. Accidentally took a job to find you. And now we need your help to maybe get back home to Phoenix in one piece.
So you mean to tell me you came out here to find me, and you're trying to make it home in one piece?
Maury just kind of looks over and goes, she's explaining badly. We were at a bar. Darcy Two Guns showed up, got into a conversation with Dane. We overheard the conversation, and my companion decided to make a comment unaware of the fact that Darcy is severely augmented. Darcy overheard the comment and then proceeded to challenge us to find you or get beat up right there and then. We thought we had an agreement where we could walk away. Unfortunately, we were unaware of the fact that Darcy called her bullets nothing, so he misconstrued it when she said, yeah, nothing will happen. That pretty much sums up. Oh, and there was a 72-hour deadline, which is about 12 hours away, and we're pretty sure that she intends to violate the agreement. We just thought it was in our best interest to tell you that she's looking and that we're going to back out at this point. We were not in the know when we took it. We've learned a lot about that since then. And yeah, it's going to hurt our rep a little bit, but we don't do this type of work for others.
Why don't you go ahead and roll your empathy and persuasion fast talk at this point?
Okay. Wow. Empathy, huh? 6 and fast talk was. Oh, where did that puppy go? Why do I always want to? Okay. I think it's 14.
14?
Oh, no. Sorry. 18.
18. Okay.
Yep.
Sam, since you're standing right next to him, why don't you roll empathy and human perception?
Ooh. Okay. Did it not go?
It didn't go. Try again.
Why did it not go?
You just have to do /R, then pause, wait for the prompt to come up, then roll it, and then type the rest of it.
Yeah.
There we go. I typed too fast. 6 plus 18.
Okay. So you can tell as far as. I put that in. Oh, here we go. You can tell, since you're kind of standing next to him, he's clearly hesitating to try and find out more information. But he doesn't fully believe what it is that you're saying. You're getting the sense that he thinks you're name dropping just to kind of get him out in the open. which means since he's out in the open, he's about to do something probably pretty nasty to you guys if something doesn't go your way. And Amori, as you speak, obviously you're speaking the truth. And he, at this point, pulls Sam close to him, keeps the knife to her throat. The knife you can see now is not your typical knife. The knife is actually a chain knife. Like a chain sword.
Yep, it'll
but
go
a
right
knife
through
for
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it'll go
you
right
press-
through it.
Yep. So you press a button and it's gonna. Yep. And at this point, he presses the button and he's keeping it close to Sam at this point, and he's starting to walk with her backwards. And he says,
Please don't hurt her.
and he says something about what you're saying just stinks.
The whole thing stinks. The whole thing stinks. But this is where we are, and we thought being straight with you was the best way to get out of this job.
Okay, Sam, roll one more time.
That's attached. Ooh, 9. 20.
Nice. Okay. So he stops the chain knife a second and then pushes Sam back. And he says, "It's Darcy's 6-barrel. No kidding, you guys are in trouble."
She has a few screws loose.
That's a nice way to put it.
Well, Maury just kind of looks over at him and goes, "You know, it's a bad job at a bad time. We're going to take our lumps for it no matter what. But I don't know what her push is. She was leaning on Dane. And like I said, my companion just made a comment, not aware of the fact she was going to overhear it and lean on us. We thought we had to walk away. Turns out we don't. So we're going to go back and take our lumps." And that pretty much sums it up. And you go do what you
What
need.
did Dane do?
Dane told her to fuck off.
Yeah, it's my dog.
Yeah. He was having no part of it. The fact is, he said she'd been there like 3 or 4 times leaning on him. And he was getting tired of it.
So he kind of rolls his shoulders a little bit and tips the barrel down a bit. He takes his cowl back. You can tell he has one of those camouflage outfits, much like Sam has. So it helps create an optical illusion. And he has kind of like white hair. It's must at this point because he was wearing the hoodie, but you can see the white hair. It's him. If you've seen the show, you know this looks like the actor.
Wow. It's really you.
Maury just kind of looks over and
He's way cooler than on the show.
And he's holding you tight, too.
I just look over. What?
No, he actually pushed her away.
Oh, was holding you tight.
You really need to stop hitting those drugs.
I'm soberish right now.
So
Can I get up now?
Yeah, get up. I'll help her up. Crap.
gets up, she's dusted herself off, and he's looking he's looking around at this point, and he says, "You did a great job of making yourselves known. No kidding." Good Lord,
Well, we
you
weren't
guys are
sneaking
mean.
up on you. We didn't plan on capturing you or anything. We were coming to talk.
We knew that was a stupid idea, so we decided to be open about it.
Well, jury's still out on that one. All right, we'll get inside before anybody else sees you.
okay.
So he starts walking back to one of the mobile homes.
Okay. Maury will make sure that him and Ghost are the backs, because at this point, I'm starting to get a little nervous about the fact that no one shot at us besides the old man. And I'm like,
I'm gonna stay in the car. Remember? I'm gonna stay jacked in the car, and I'm gonna lock the doors.
okay.
I'll be in here.
She
Alrighty.
won't leave the bus again.
Yeah, stay.
And actually, truthfully, Amore just kind of looks over at Doc and Sam and goes, per our conversation, I'm going to be out here with Ghost. We'll be Overwatch, and you guys get to do what we talked about. I want to be able to deny any knowledge of what is discussed.
All right. I'll stand outside and keep watch, and I won't be a part of the conversation, but I'll be close enough in case things get hairy. I can get to whoever I need to get to.
She's going to go inside where it's safer.
Okay.
I have to ask a question. Has the movie Red come out yet? In universe of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Because that's all he's thinking is John Malkovich.
Oh yeah, no, this guy's definitely not John Malkovich. He looks more like if he had a look, he would be much more like a grizzled Bruce Willis.
No, more the persona.
How
Just out of the moment, pop up with the ghillie
Oh.
suit on.
Yeah.
how old would he be at this point?
At this point, he's in his 40s.
So old. So
old.
Wow.
They were giving him microdoses.
So I guess I'll just be going then.
Yeah, I know, just-
Good night.
ouch. Thank you.
Me and
Brittany.
Ghost were long gone by the time that comment got out.
Yeah, I know.
well, yeah.
Nice knowing you, Sam. Good luck.
You're dying young, I guess.
Oh, Stolas is definitely going in, by the way.
So you know what? Let me grab his character sheet real quick because we are
We're about to go down.
Whoa.
do I need to share this with Eric?
I was
my.
expecting after we got shot for you to end the session.
It's about to go down.
Huh.
No.
So old. We're about to go down.
Something me and Ghost didn't need to
No,
know
it's,
about.
just, it's how she said it. It's like we're about to go down. It's like, oh, okay. So he is. Let's see. So we last stopped at 2020, and it's 8 years past that. So no, he's actually 30 on the nose.
30?
Yes.
Wow. That's essentially dead.
Yeah. I mean,
In Cyberpunk, yeah.
If you're not a corpo, this is really old age.
anyways. So that is where we're going to stop for the night. As those of you who are going in to do whatever, apparently knock
Get down.
boots. I need to clip that and send it to him.
Oh gosh.
So, anyways, so
Oh,
next
that's down.
next game is going to be tomorrow. That is our Street Fighter game. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then this Saturday, we are having our next Ashland by Night game, and that is Blood Ties. That'll be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then next week, we have Ashland by Night, the main game, on Friday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is August the 4th. And then August the 5th, we have our Marvel game, which is Modern Age Heroes. So if you're interested, please drop in and check us out. We'd be happy to have you. Thank you all for tuning in to watch. And, of course, anybody who watches on our replays. And we are outsies.
All righty. Night all.
Good night.